For the friends around here, say true to me. Shops and bills, steel mills and refineries, our father's broken dreams.
Get everybody in here. Looks like we got everyone in.
Around the world, Cleveland's always home to me, and when I need a friend, I always find them here. Yes, sold on the shores.
Fingers blazing.
Everyone-
Such an angry man.
Everyone who's supposed to be here is accounted for. The rest of you that still want to come in, you can use that call-in number. Kenneth, thanks for tuning in. Call in 669-900-6833 and use the Zoom room 101-100-987, or just go to zoom.us and use that Zoom number 101-100-987 and get in here. And if you really want, I can.
Starting though, John. We got a little tune for us.
Oh, here we go again.
You know, whenever you put in a tune, I usually get flagged with a copyright thing on YouTube, just so you know. Proceed.
All the more reason.
I love how the tune is always accompanied by a dance.
Oh, yeah, we're getting flagged.
Oh.
We played the two worst defenses in the league.
All right.
Oh,
I think
man.
You're not focusing on the right things, John. It's not about what they didn't do. It's about what we did.
Right.
Okay. We'll talk about that.
Baker
What do you got? What's on the agenda
We'll talk
today,
about
John?
that. Oh, funny that you should ask. Welcome, everybody, to Wednesday Night Quarterbacks, WNQB, a Browns fan cast for sure. You'll have to all bear with me until I get our branding figured out. I had a nice lower third to start the season, and Hugh couldn't make it all the way through, so we had to change the namesake of the show. Glenn won, unfortunately, and so the name of the group is Wednesday Night Quarterbacks.
Well, no one cares who actually came up with the idea. That's just the name of the.
Oh,
First-
I'm giving them
First
kudos.
of all,
Oh my gosh.
that was. I don't need any kudos. That was my suggestion. I just had some better suggestions than all the terrible ones. First of all, and second of all, out of the 4 or 5 suggestions I made, you picked the worst one to actually put into the vote.
I know.
That's not my fault. Armchair quarterbacks was better. Novice GMs was better.
There
I
was
guess we're Wednesday night quarterbacks.
there was about
And we'll
5.
change it
I was
We'll
surprised.
change it again before next season.
There we go. There we go. I was just surprised at how many votes that one got.
Because it was just, I mean, the other one sucked. So
So there you go. So if you're watching live, say hello.
I can't believe the Jim Klingenberg fan cast didn't win.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Corey?
Thanks, Al. I
The
appreciate it.
The Ballad of Jimmy and D. So
Yeah, that was a dandy.
on today's agenda, you guys, we have our quotes. And then we're doing our game recap. Browns throw Kitchens sink at Bengals. What the hell are we doing here? Our other news and notes. And then our You Heard It Here First predictions for Houston versus Cleveland this Sunday in Houston. But 8-3 had a big Monday night victory. Eek. All right, you guys ready to do some quotes?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
I
right.
can't wait.
There's some great ones. There's
Yeah.
some great ones.
Can't believe it took this long to get to this portion of the show.
It didn't take that long.
Yeah, long enough.
I love when you're in such a good mood.
Make it snappy.
I love when he's angry, and I love when Jim doesn't have a bag on his head.
It's always good when there's no bag, for sure.
They've been watching a lot of film, so we had to come out with something different, something they haven't seen yet.
Kitchens.
Okay.
I got it.
Got a Kitchens.
Britton Colquitt.
We got a Britton Colquitt. There we go. There we go. Britton Colquitt throwing out the strategy.
Worth a shot.
Weeday?
And
And
Oh, I thought Weeday was going to give an answer. He didn't give one?
Glenn says he has no idea, nor does he care.
Ah. Wide
Oh,
receiver,
wow.
Antonio Callaway.
I'll tell you.
Take that.
hey, John, did any of our live viewers
There
type
it
in
is.
a response?
They did not, but they're on a 30-second delay. So,
Oh, okay, that doesn't help.
yeah,
There
they'll be
they-
past it now. Sometimes they can get it in before.
Just
I didn't like the move, and people don't have to care. I'm not looking for anybody's approval.
Baker.
Let's
No. What?
yeah.
Baker, on continued questions about his comments regarding his former coach.
He didn't like the move? I thought he loved the move.
No.
He didn't like the fact that
he's
he
talking
chose
about-
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to give context to
What
this.
do you mean chose Cincinnati? Were they pounding down his door with offers to go
He's-
somewhere?
You act like I have to give you context so you can get it right. Like,
Well, no, I wasn't thinking, and you if you read that without context, you have no idea what the hell it is. So, okay.
Why are you so upset about it, Jim?
Weeday
I'm not-
got it.
Upset
I'm not
every
upset.
week.
At all.
Weeday got it. He got it right off the rip. He thinks he's more funny than he really is. No, what you see with him is what you get. A good guy, great competitor, and very talented.
Well, I didn't say it was fun, so it can't be Kirksey. Wasn't he the one that's really fun to be around?
Yeah, good guy, good
Great guy to be
locker room
around.
guy.
Real fun. Batonio. I got nothing.
Who is it, and who are they talking about?
It's Brashard Perriman talking about Fells. I don't know why I'm like, and nobody else wants to throw a guess out there.
Freddie Kitchens on Ask What It's Like to Play with Baker
That's you, John.
on the side to have Baker on the sidelines. Hey, that's you. Yeah,
I like that.
Yep.
I like that quote, though. I like it. What you see is what you get seems to be the prevailing theme about him.
If I'm not doing my job, I shouldn't be playing. I have an opinion. I'm entitled to that. But the most important thing is me doing my job. I can manage both.
Baker.
Baker.
Good job, FU.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy, John.
Browns Baker Mayfield on post-game comments about his former head coach. You guys are. I don't know about this late shit. You guys are in a delightful mood. I decided to jump like an idiot at the 5-yard line. My offensive lineman did a great job pushing me in.
That was
Joker.
Njoku.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You just, and that's like sick. We're like 5 shots in, by the way, for those that are following along
That was an awesome
with
play.
the blue line
Awesome.
slash.
Baker Mayfield proved to be the perfect fit for Cleveland. For the first time, you got a dude that cares about the logo on his helmet, colors he wears on the jersey, and the city he's playing in. Embrace it because he's
Nate
embracing it.
Burleson.
Wow.
Nate Burleson.
Nate Burleson.
That is the great Nate Burleson
Yeah.
on the NFL Network discussing Baker. Former Brown.
Yeah.
For a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
We got him just after he had a couple really good seasons.
Right. The routine of doing it every day, the routine of winning every meeting, the routine of clip after clip of film, and hopefully those things become habit.
Greg.
Interim head coach Greg Williams.
Yep, Greg.
Wow. These guys are on the scene today.
On getting the team ready for meaningful games in December.
I think. Did
Yes.
we day just throw in a interim head coach, Greg?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very, very intentional.
Very sure.
Interim head coach.
And Kenneth just said Burleson loves the Browns. What's up, Scott?
Scott from the lot?
Scott from the lot.
Is he watching?
Burleson does love the Browns. He loved his time here.
Scott's watching live from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
He's from South Carolina.
Wasn't Burleson here for one season?
1 year, yeah, but he liked his time here. What do you want?
Oh man,
Everybody does.
I barely remember it.
I literally forgot that he was here.
Was that
I
during
was,
the when
Holmgren
was it?
era, right? It was Holmgren.
Holmgren?
Holmgren.
the home room.
Holmgren. People that call
Big
into
wad
the
of bubble gum.
that call in and can't pronounce his name.
Right. It happens all the time. All the time.
So we won.
We did.
We won 35-20 in a game that didn't even really seem like it was close. But it got a little scary. Got a little scary. What do you guys think about
No,
No?
it wasn't that close. The game wasn't that close. To me, it wasn't. But anyone else?
No, I agree. I mean, we were up by 28. Took our foot off the brakes.
A lot of things. A lot of things had to happen in towards the end of that game for them to even tie it. They needed to score 2 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, and get an onside kick. All that had to happen with 4.5 minutes left, and it just folded. They folded, which was nice to see.
And
but seeing some stats on the second half, like at the 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, we still only had like 23 total yards of offense. That was kind of depressing.
Oh, in the second half, right?
Yeah, in the second half. I mean, the first half was beautiful, and then I don't even know if the term "taking your foot off the gas" applies. We just
they did.
We did nothing.
Did. But I don't think it was just the offense. I think the defense did too, and I don't know. Somebody on the radio said this week or last week or this week, but the Browns don't know how to play with a lead, and I think that's really a good point. Like they didn't know what to do. The defense wasn't sure what they should do, and then Dalton gets hurt, and then
it's we're probably better off that Jeff Driscoll didn't come into the game earlier. The way
the backup didn't look bad.
Yeah, but you know what? It seems like when backups come in, they always do good because the other team doesn't know, they don't have a game plan or they don't have any game tape. So I wasn't.
You're
like
right.
when Baker came in against the Jets.
Right, exactly.
You would think it would be the complete opposite because they would vanilla everything down for the poor guy, but he just was slinging it all over the place.
Yeah, he was. He was
very
good.
Surprised.
He was good.
I think there's your answer right there. Is I think that the Browns didn't expect at all that Jeff Driscoll would start slinging the ball all over the place, and they called a lot of passing plays, and he hit a lot of guys out on the outside, hit a couple down the seam, and threw the ball well. But I mean, again, we took our foot off the gas. Had a huge lead. Defense didn't play terrible in the second half. I mean, they weren't.
When did Driscoll come into the game? Midway through the third quarter?
No, I thought it was earlier than that, wasn't it?
I think it was just like the beginning of the third quarter, if I remember.
Beginning of the third. Yeah, it was early second half, right?
I think so.
Still won by 15 on the road. So,
who'd you like in the game? Who'd you like to watch, other than our quarterback getting everybody involved?
You know what? I'll be the first one to throw it out there. Britton Colquitt's going to screw around and end up in the Pro Bowl. That guy,
he's booming them.
He is kicking the shit out of the ball, and almost all of them are inside the 20.
I think he's actually leading the Pro Bowl votes.
Aren't Denzel and Colquitt leading votes?
Yeah,
for
position.
Fantastic punter.
4 punts in that game.
Denzel's the only rookie to be doing it.
Isn't Colquitt the one that did that commercial? Maybe he's still energized from that.
You think so?
All the fame from selling solar houses or solar panels.
Jimmy's new favorite player, Greg Joseph, 5 for 5 on his extra points. He was clutch.
Right.
Couldn't shake him.
I've been talking him down all season, ever since we got him, and he's, he hasn't fucked up yet. So there you go.
I believe Zane Gonzalez was just activated to the Cardinals.
Shocking.
Active roster. Phil, Dawson
Good luck.
has been our beloved Phil Dawson. Unfortunately, has been put on season-ending IR.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck. with the
Zane.
Very, very well, maybe the end of his career.
All right.
Well,
Who else do we like to watch besides Baker, who is obviously fun to watch? But
Yeah.
again, Nick Chubb was amazing to watch. I mean, dude's just going to be a stud. Nick Chubb had a phenomenal game. That
You know
amazing
what?
touchdown catch, running the ball effectively. You know who else I like to watch, even though the stat line doesn't show it, was Myles Garrett. I mean,
yeah.
I think he had 1 or 2 tackles and 1 sack. But, dude, he was going after just crushing whoever he was matched up against. He was running them over. He had, I think 12 pressures in the game. I think it was just crazy how quickly he was getting back and applying pressure on the quarterback. And, you would like to see more stats out of him, as we always would like to see more tackles and maybe 2 or 3 sacks. But you're not going to get that every game. But
Yeah,
he
had
applied a tremendous amount of pressure on them.
He had 1.
There was a couple times though, where he was back there so
One-
fast.
1 tackle.
Yeah, but only 1 sec.
1 sack, 1 tackle, 1 QB hit.
And 1 block field goal.
1 pass defended. I'm sorry.
And a block field goal,
1
too.
tackle for a loss. He was off the ball very quickly. I think did he have 1 or 2 offside penalties again this week? He had at least 1.
I know he had one.
That I definitely thought was offsides, and the other one I didn't think it was at all. So
What's up?
There
Yeah,
was
he
one
had
play when I was convinced he
had
was
12
offside, so they didn't
pressures.
call it.
Which I
he's
know is not a huge
bad.
stat line, is how many pressures you can get, but that's unheard of. How many times?
pressures is huge. Yeah, it's a huge stat.
What's up, Eli? Thanks for tuning in. Kenneth said that Robinson's been great to watch. No sacks since starting, he believes.
I think
agree.
that's part of it, but I think part of it is Baker's just getting rid of the ball quicker too, way quicker,
No.
and it's obviously helps. But
No sacks in 2 weeks, man. That's huge.
Besides
Huge.
Baker, I like Njoku. He had a huge game. Huge game.
Oh, he had a great game. That was a goofy. I think he was avoiding the hit on his feet, by Burfict, and jumped. I mean, that was hilarious. I think his forward progress was probably stopped. They could have called it either way, but whatever. Look good.
No turnovers in this game again.
Nice.
Huge stat. No sacks, no turnovers. 1 sack, but it was taken away because of a penalty.
Right.
But
I've ripped on Sashi Brown, but he picked Joe Schobert.
He did.
Or-
Schobert
I want to know who was involved in that decision.
Very solid player.
I'll give Sashi credit. I got no problem giving Sashi credit for a couple of the moves.
I don't want to give Sashi credit for anything, but
I'm still a firm believer. Sashi came in here and did exactly what he was supposed to do. He loaded us with picks. In salary cap room, and then he got the heave-ho.
I get that.
Yeah.
I've heard people make that argument, but my thing is you have to actually make picks too while you're doing that.
And that's
why do you ask
His picks mostly sucked.
He was an analytics guy. He wasn't a football guy.
His picks were terrible, mostly. I mean, 80% of them were awful.
He was afraid to take a quarterback with top two picks.
Well, that's
Simple.
obvious. I mean, besides that, most obvious thing, which you just said, the other picks suck too.
Well, yeah, they all suck.
Can't disagree.
Nobody's going to argue with you on that one.
Yeah, did he give John Dorsey a nice little gift package, a gift basket when he walked in? Sure.
Only 7 penalties this past week for 61 yards.
Did he draft Julius Peppers, who's been playing a lot better?
Jabril?
David Njoku, who just had a great game.
You did say Julius.
Jabril.
For someone who calls Jim out on the names.
Yeah,
did
Glenn said
Did he say Julius Peppers?
He did.
Did I really?
Come on. I see everybody's they're getting tired. It's already late.
There's another reason why we can't do 9.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Did I just pull a Phil Hubbard?
You just pulled a Phil Hubbard. They drafted Dr. Peppers on
Jabril Dr. Peppers. Sorry, that's embarrassing.
Peppers is okay.
Let's look at our highest rated players on offense and defense.
Here you go, Njoku.
And
My
there's
boys My boy Zettel.
I
Again.
still don't
Zettel
even
is
know
up
who
there
Zettel is.
You know who he is. He's number
Dude, why don't you
97.
start watching the games?
I
He's not-
try.
He's in on almost every play. You know who
The game
Zettel
was
is.
over by halftime. It was hard to watch the defense in the third and fourth quarter. I was getting
Because
nervous.
It was just boring. I mean, you already knew the Browns were going to win. It was just boring. That's why.
Listen to these people.
I do
All of a
like.
sudden we're winning a game and we're bored. I'm going to go outside and
I
rent
gotta
some
go
weed.
cut my
This game
grass.
is boring.
Exactly.
It wasn't boring for me, man. There was
It
nothing
was.
I loved more than winning the Battle of Ohio. Nothing
Oh,
I
that's
loved more
great.
than it.
It
I was in transit at the time, so I had to listen to it on the radio. I was not bored at all.
So I would have rather have listened to. Well, I honestly no, because I was in transit for the first half, and so I missed the first 4 touchdowns. But I didn't because Jim Donovan was calling them. So that guy is spectacular.
He's great.
And
He's
you
the
can
best.
tell how excited he is to finally be calling games where we're actually doing stuff.
Dude, he's the best to listen to, man.
Yeah. I'm not even sad that I'm listening to him on the radio with this, because hearing him call those 4 touchdowns was awesome.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's amazing catch was fun to listen to.
It was great. That was a great cut.
I didn't, when you're listening on the radio, you don't see that. So to go back and see it later, I was like, oh, so that's why Jimmy sounded like he was having a coronary on the radio. That was all right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish you saw Njoku's touchdown live. When he jumped in the air at the 5-yard line, I was like, what the hell is this dude doing?
He has some of the weirdest moves.
It was so
I don't know.
bizarre,
He does
man.
weird stuff.
Who was that pushed him into the end zone? I can't remember who.
It was Batonio and
It was Batonio and
Zeitler.
Yeah, I think it was Zeitler that Jimmy Donovan was saying deserved an assist on that play.
Batonio and Zeitler were
I
there.
think Batonio and Zeitler were the main ones there. There was somebody else ran up in the back, but.
And I like that they all did his
Hubbard or who.
dance. I like that they all did his dance. Baker came down and led that, but they all did it. That was cool to watch.
Well, no, they gave the ball to Batonio to spike it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cool. Very cool.
Look at your boy Peppers over there.
I was just gonna say that he's been on here a lot.
He's been up
Julius
there almost every week in the top 5 for Pro Football Focus grades.
And you know what? Demarius Randall is running the same angel, and I don't hear anyone complaining about Demarius being back there 20, 25 yards off the ball.
Dude, Demarius Randall's a stud, dude. I love him.
Oh, that was a great trade. That was a great trade.
No, we should have kept Kaiser, man. Kaiser is good. He's going to be really good in this league.
Right. Yeah, who Hugh had passing 40 times a game last year, but let's not talk about Hugh. Let's get on to this the grades.
You don't want to talk about Hugh, who watched Tyrod Taylor and Baker Mayfield for 2 months in camp and then picked Tyrod Taylor to start at quarterback.
Well, let's just revisit Hugh's track record when it comes to QBs. Cody Kessler's going to
Trust me on this one.
He's starting this week for Jacksonville. That should be interesting.
15 baby carrots.
And then we got Deshaun Kaiser, who I don't know what is he in the league anymore?
Yeah, he's backing up Aaron Rodgers. Or is he hurt?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Rodgers.
No,
one of the other studs we had was Kevin Hogan.
Kevin Hogan.
I mean, you got to trust him.
He also trusted and believed that he was going to resurrect RG3's career.
Well, you got to trust him.
He also wanted to trade a second and third round pick for A.J. McCarron.
Oh, my God. That's probably the worst.
There's that.
Thank God he doesn't know how to use a fax machine. That's all I can say.
Hey, what's up, Ray? How are you tonight? And, another thing that Sashi should be remembered
Hugh's gonna get the head coaching job in Cincinnati next year, and he's gonna sign Brogan.
He's definitely going to get the job.
How is that even a possibility?
Oh, he is going to get the job, Brian. He
in
is.
NFL history is going to get another head coaching job.
No
He
way.
is. He's going to get the job in Cincinnati.
4.5 hours down the road, they said, you know what? That guy from Cleveland, bring him over here.
It looks like he's doing really good with that team up there.
After we just lit him up.
All right, moving on. What's next?
Look at these two stats. We're going to start with Greg Joseph. That's Jim's favorite player. Average kickoff travel 69.9 yards, the fourth deepest average among qualifying kickers.
Who cares? I thought we were talking about rookie QB class.
Well, I wanted to read the Greg Joseph one first because you've noted on several episodes that he is your favorite player on the team. So
Who put that disclaimer at the
He's
bottom?
been fine. I mean, I don't want to talk about if you're not talking about the kicker, then he must be doing his job. So get the guy off the screen.
he's better than Zane.
It's not
Right,
actually,
but yes, he is.
it's
Exactly.
not actually him, Jim.
I don't want to talk about
That
him.
is not actually Greg Joseph.
It's a
That
little
is
stick
those
figure.
are icons.
Yeah, they're like little.
I love
not
Pro
even
Football
good
Focus
Texans,
Browns.
so stick figure.
You know why John posted that, right, Jim? Look at all those page breaks he's got in
That's
there.
right. That is shot heaven right
Yeah,
there.
drinking again.
Drink it.
You mean still? You're
The-
drinking still. Not
The
again.
2018 rookie QB class sorted by percentage of catchable throws on third down, and they're ranked league-wide out of 34 quarterbacks with a minimum of 25 attempts. Someone has separated themselves from not only the pack of rookies, but other quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
Who's number one?
Is this a surprise?
Hell if I know. Who is it? Is it Brady?
I don't know.
I don't know. It wasn't even on there.
Drew Brees.
Just
It's got
curious.
to be Drew Brees or
Brees has to be
No,
number
Drew
one.
Brees.
it could possibly
Tom
be,
Brady?
No, I doubt it.
Not having a good
He's
year.
had kind of a down year. No, I would say it was.
Who cares though?
If it's
Look at
not
that.
Breeze,
Kenneth
it's,
says Breeze.
It's Rivers or Watson, but it's probably Breeze.
Are you going to tell us?
He said it.
I said I don't know.
Oh,
They're
okay.
only
They're only
the
showing you to
rookies.
see how he stacks up against the rookies,
Nice, very nice.
and he's dusted them.
Yeah, that's no surprise at all to me.
All right, let's look at these other storylines. What are you guys' thoughts on the shade that was pointed in Hughes' direction, including Demarius Randall's handing him the intercepted ball, blowing a kiss to him, Julius Peppers talking about him, and then the Baker stuff after the game?
You mean Jabril Peppers?
Oh,
Julius
see,
Peppers is-
Come
Now
on,
you
man.
did it.
Oh, it's infectious. Mistakes are infectious. That's why you can't make
Trying to
up.
be a professional broadcast here.
We are?
God.
I don't know.
Did anyone catch Phil Hubbard
Apparently not.
on Sunday?
I should have just said Peppers.
You want to be a professional broadcaster and you named yourself F. Hugh?
With an H. I didn't put FU. Okay?
Do we like the shade? I like the shade. I like the attitude of this team.
Love it.
I could care.
I got the biggest kick.
Couldn't
Gotta
care
watch
less
Randall
where
hand
that
that
guy
ball.
goes and what he does. As long as he's not here anymore, I cannot, for the life of me, understand why John was a Hugh-pologist for as long as he was.
I almost put that as my name today, honestly, that you said that. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it because it's a new day, a new dawn. They can go and see all my Hugh-pologies during season 1 of the Fancast.
Oh my God!
And we're moving on.
There you go.
Is Baker immature and entitled? Some people in the national media think that he is.
Why?
Because he
Why?
was trashing his coach for going to get another job, and he's just a coach, just trying to look for a job. And why would Baker feel any sort of way about him? He shouldn't do that. That's just a entitled young kid mentality. If he better change it if he wants to make it in this league.
He can do whatever the hell he wants as long as he wins. I don't think anybody gives a shit. Keep playing the way you're playing. Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. Win football games. Nobody's gonna give a shit what you say.
Bingo.
Did he say anything that was personally offensive to Hugh Jackson.
The only thing that could be considered, I wouldn't say anything personally offensive, and that's what Baker said too. Is like, I'm not. This isn't personal, but he did say he was being fake.
Well, you know,
yes,
there's a lot of people besides him saying that he was being fake. And Tony Grossi was saying how fake he was during Hard Knocks, because there's one of the episodes where he's sitting there just swearing up and down, left and right at the guys. And he said, and he said, you know what? That's not Hugh. But when the cameras were there, that's the way he acted in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he's freaking fake.
Right.
It's like Jimmy. He doesn't act like this until we get on the Fancast. He's a wonderful person. He gets here, he's flipping people off, throwing shit.
You guys middle finger up the whole episode.
One year he was making spaghetti sauce.
I got a good spaghetti sauce story.
I'm fake, so I'm fake is what you're saying. Fake.
Only during the Fancast.
I like the kid coming out and being honest. You know, basically, he didn't say it directly, but he obviously had no respect for the guy. We saw early on in Hard Knocks when Hugh called him out for what time he was going to show up in the morning. You kind of saw Baker look at him like, dude, don't talk to me like that. Yeah. I'll outwork anybody. I'll out hustle everybody.
I totally agree.
I'll show up more than anybody.
And you can tell just by Demarius Randall flipping him the ball after he got the interception, there's no love lost there either. I mean, he's not the only one in that locker room that felt that way about this exit and what he did. And the other point is he sought Baker out. He's the one that went over there. He yelled his name 3 times, if you watch it, at the end of the game to try to get the guy's attention.
It was sad to watch.
Right.
No, Baker.
It wasn't sad at all. It wasn't sad.
Like, what?
There was nothing sad about that. I was laughing.
He's like, no, dude, you can keep your bro hug.
Yeah.
Keep your distance, buddy.
If I'm Baker, I would have said straight to his face, look what's happened since you left.
I think Baker is smart enough to know that if he was the only one that didn't like Hugh, he wouldn't be saying that stuff. He knows other guys in the locker room feel the same way he does.
They're ripping him now for his comment that he made, saying something
very
about
calculated.
We finally have a coach that we believe in, or whatever. He made some comment like that, and everybody was like, "Whoa, why are you taking shots at him?" He's like, "It's not the way I said it. I said that we have our
right, and
we believe in what we have in front of us."
Rivalry and now he's on the enemy, and I thought it was all great. There's nothing wrong with it.
Cool. So, and Ray also said that too. He says everything he does for a purpose. And he likes that he speaks his mind. I think that's totally true. So this was a great question submitted by WeDay. What does Greg Williams need to do to get serious consideration for head coach?
Oh, Glenn. I think Glenn submitted that. Yes. 4 to 5 wins minimum. Anything less, he's not going to get consideration.
4 to 5 wins out of these next 5?
Starting now. He has to win 4 of the next 5 or all 5, and then he's in.
Are you saying that?
Done.
Are you saying that if he wins 4, he has the job?
Yeah, for me, yeah. I mean, if I was the owner, yeah, I would give him the job. I don't know if Jimmy will give him the job, but I would.
There seems to me to be a local media bias against that decision, and that they want or are thinking that if that happens, that's like that's some sort of like we're all caught in the moment, and it might not be the right decision. They want a young guy to come in.
I think Greg has been summarily dismissed by most of Northeast Ohio. And I don't know why, but I want to see what happens.
Right.
I mean, if the guy wins 4 of the next 5 games, are you going to go tell him to go take a hike? No.
It'll be hard to do.
Right.
It'll be hard to do, but I just
don't. I think it's dumb just to say the guy has no chance.
WeDay, did you say you still have a problem with Greg Williams, or you don't have a problem with Greg Williams?
I said I don't have a problem with Greg Williams.
Yeah.
Right? I like the fire the guy brings. I like his intensity. He's a smart guy. I think there's zero chance of a defensive coordinator taking over the starting job in Cleveland, regardless of how many games we win from here on out. That's my personal opinion. That's why I asked, because I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. Does this guy have a chance to win his way into the job and getting a long-term contract? And I thought about it, and I don't think there's any way. I don't think the Browns can do anything for the next month. This guy's got the job going.
My thing is, I agree with your reasoning, and the only reason I say he has it, if he wins 4 of the next 5, or 5 of the next 5, then I think he has to get the job. I really do.
I don't think you can argue.
I didn't want to hire Greg Williams, but if he does that, then you're talking. That's almost borderline miracle, and then you have to give him the job.
I don't say you have to give him a job, but I guarantee you can't just dismiss him.
You definitely can't dismiss him.
You have to put some serious consideration into keeping the staff in place that just won you. The last 5 games plus how many out of the last 8?
Right.
You cannot just say, you know what, we're going to go in a different direction.
Well,
no, I think what
right now. So if he goes 4-1, then it means he's 6-2.
First of all, I don't.
Yeah.
First of all, I hate to say it, but I don't think we're winning 4 out of the next 5. First of all, second of all,
then you're going to tell the guy to take a hike. I mean, I don't get it.
Second of all, if he did win 4 or 5 games and we end up 7-8-1 or 8-7-1, whatever it is, I think he actually gets a serious interview. Whereas of right now, I think Dorsey has he'll get an interview. He deserves that as out of respect right now.
Yeah.
Right. And right. And they don't. This game coming up is going to be a huge challenge. Denver will be a challenge. I don't know about Carolina and whether or not they will be. And then
you never know which Carolina's going to show up.
No, never know you never know which team's going to show up out of them, man.
Yeah,
they went from 6-2 to 6-5 real fast.
The Panthers.
What's up, Nick? Thanks for tuning in.
Nick Chubb?
No.
Yeah, but Panther. You know what? We can beat the Panthers at home. We're at home.
The way the team's playing right now, we can beat anybody on any Sunday. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
we can beat
even the Texans.
Yeah, why not?
Why not, John? This week's game is good. I think this week's game is going to decide.
You're saying this week's the litmus test. We're going to be, banking everything on how we play against Houston. We may lose against Houston, but what if we run the table after that?
Well, yeah, but
you never know
how the game goes, and not even just the outcome, but how we play is going to determine how the rest of the season goes. I think
Texans lost their first 3, then they rattled off a bunch.
Yeah, rattled off 8 straight.
Right. No, they definitely have been playing some solid football. Watson is he's pretty good. They're doing everything.
Yeah.
Their D line's pretty good too.
Yeah, they're doing everything well right now.
Their front 7 is very good.
Greg Robinson, I'm fearing for him on Sunday.
Well, it's
I'll tell you what, man.
The whole line's going to get messed with.
Our offensive line has played fantastic the last 2 weeks. They really have. They've played well above expectations.
Mm-hmm.
They're now ranked the 3rd best offensive line in the league. So that was on Pro Football Focus, at least. Had them ranked 3rd behind the Steelers and the Rams, I believe. So they're going to be tested like no other, man. And Baker hasn't been sacked in 2 weeks now. Is that right?
Oh, he'll get sacked.
I'm not saying he won't get sacked. I'm saying if they can
but he hasn't
protect him
been sacked in 2 weeks.
If they can protect him even close to as well as they have the last 2 weeks, man, then we at least have a shot at pulling off a huge upset in Houston.
Yeah, I don't know who has the crying dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta guess.
It's not.
That's
me.
mine. I'll go let it out.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah.
He was the only one that couldn't hear that.
You gotta show us. You gotta show us your dog as you're letting him out. I threw this in already. Who was your favorite player from Sunday? We did that one.
Yeah, we did that.
We kind of did the Cleveland-Houston preview already too. So, anything else on Sunday's game coming up?
Oh, I would say,
Aww.
you know what? That's a cute dog. Very cute dog.
That dog looks terrified.
What is
are you
that?
doing?
What is that? Right. It's like this
Dog-
guy's
Looks
got my
pissed.
neck again.
That
He
dog
looks
is
really
not. That
aggravated.
dog is not. It's no swagger. The Browns mascot.
Love that dog.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm going through the Texans' wins.
They're weak wins.
They're very weak wins. They're
Oh, you know what? Oh, I mean,
19-17 to the Broncos,
This is a tough
23-21
game,
to the
man.
Redskins.
Dude, you can't attack their.
in Houston,
No,
This
what
We
I'm
can
looking
try.
at is just what their
it's a
average,
road game,
their
man.
average-
It's tough.
Who'd they
average
lose to?
scoring per game.
Who'd they lose to?
Oh, you made me change it, John, didn't you?
No, I didn't. They did.
we they did. Oh, let's see. Who did they lose to? That's a good.
Dude, they haven't lost since.
They've
They lost to
September.
they lost to the Giants, they lost to the Titans, and they lost to the Patriots.
It was the first 2 weeks of the
Oh,
season. They lost to the Giants. Who cares?
I know he just asked me who they lost to, and asked me when. We know
So they
they've
beat
won
the
8 in a
Titans.
row.
They beat the Titans. They lost to the Titans. Lost to the
That's right.
Giants and lost to the Patriots. And
Yeah.
beat some
Their
teams
last loss was like September 23rd or whatever it was.
They
It was
beat
their
some
good team.
An argument can be made that they beat some suspect teams if you're looking for a glimmer of hope.
Well, no, I was going through their wins just to see what they're averaging scoring wise. I was just curious if they're blowing teams out. I mean, really, they definitely blew out.
Well, they
the
have that
Titans
running back
this week.
that did awesome last 2
Lamar
weeks. Or at least
Miller.
last week.
He broke a couple real nice
Lamar
long.
Miller. It's a good running back.
Yeah, he is.
That
They have
dude
they have good
didn't do
complementary wide
anything for the
receivers.
first 2 months of the season either.
They got
and
Demaryius
yeah,
Thomas is over there now. That's huge for them. But I'm not.
They give up a 1 for that guy?
Demaryius Thomas?
No, they I don't remember.
No, but a pretty high pick.
That was a good move. That was a good move. That was a good move for them because Fuller and Kiki Kute were both injured with hamstring injuries this whole season. Fuller is now still out, so Thomas is a huge addition for them. And then that Kiki Kute dude is pretty solid. They got weapons. I mean,
And he's
Hopkins
supposed to be
is
coming
nasty.
back this week.
Kiki Cootie.
Fuller.
No, Kiki.
He played this.
Oh, yeah,
he played
he's
this
playing.
past. Yeah, he's already playing. He didn't do shit this past week.
They got weapons, man. They got a nice team. Watson can chuck the ball anywhere, man. And he can run.
They traded him for a 4th round pick,
4th round pick. Okay.
and they
That was
also
Cooper
and
that
they
got it.
also and the teams also swapped 7th round picks. There you go.
Whatever.
There you go. I mean, they're trying to get his money off of their books. That's
All right,
they're
for those of you guys
doing.
still watching, get your predictions in. We're going to move to You Heard It Here first.
Jimmy has had enough.
Unless I missed any storylines. I don't
He
think I did.
decided to leave again.
All right, so we got our results from last week. Let me go ahead and share the guesses with you guys so you can see them.
Get your bottles ready. And
Sheboygan, nothing.
where? Oh, no page break?
Nope. Take that.
Oh, I mean, these people are going to start to get thirsty.
So look at that. We had a lot of predictions last week.
Oh.
Not as many this time.
Scott from the lot.
That
Scott from the lot.
is
Wow.
correct. Scott from the lot with the 35-17 guess.
What a great prediction.
I
Pretty
award
impressive.
Scott. I award Scott no points.
You're kicked out
That's it.
of Nashville.
That's it. Fancasting all the way from Nashville. He gets no points.
I don't think we're going to have this many people be giving their guesses this week.
No, especially since you posted
It
that
looks
the
like
show
it'll
didn't
be-
start until 10.
I don't know what happened there. I don't think that was true. People are going to be tuning into 10 and watching it, thinking we're live.
Are you calling me a liar?
Ready?
Oh, I would never do that. I saw your picture.
Every
Yes,
time
Jim, I'm ready.
that's what it said. Give us your prediction, Jim.
Oh, my prediction this week is
He had to go get his abacus so he could add things up here. Take your time.
Texans.
Oh, I got to fix it. It says
27.
Cincinnati like an idiot.
Texans 27, Browns 24.
Oh.
Sorry.
Jimmy says it's going to be a heartbreaker.
Well, every time I pick the Browns to lose, they win. So my theory is if I pick them to lose, then they keep winning. So why not?
Wow. Well, John thinks we're playing Cincinnati again. So you're fine.
Cincinnati.
Just lazy editing.
I'm going to say 35-20. Oh, wait, he changed it. Never mind.
You're changing it to what?
If you weren't going to change the Cincinnati thing, I was going to say
35.
I like the way you're on top of these things. So see what happens
Oh, yeah.
when we have a later show, things just fall through the cracks.
Let's see. Scott. Oh, Scott says thank you.
And he gets no points.
And then he says 20 Browns, 17 Texans.
Yeah, he doesn't know his ass from his elbow.
How dare you say that about our friend Scott from the lot?
I don't know who that could be anybody.
We're gonna have to deliver him.
Know that.
We're gonna have to deliver him a cheeseburger over to his park bench where he lives.
That's that's terrible.
Ray says 27-23 Browns. Oh, we got some Browns fever.
How many viewers we got right now?
Hold on.
Dude, did you really?
One.
Did
3.
you really post that this was starting at 10 o'clock tonight?
No.
He didn't. He may or may not have made a boo boo.
There were 6 at peak broadcast time.
All right. Well, I was going to ask them like if they preferred 9 o'clock or 7:30.
Clearly, they prefer 7:30.
Rats, fat ass, what they want.
27-23 says
Our
Ray.
numbers
I
went
can't even keep
shit.
track of these. I can't even keep track of these guesses because you guys are just yapping.
Who's the next one guessing? What
That's
about
it,
Connie from
Ray.
the lot?
They're not. She's not here. Nick isn't saying anything. I don't know who's here. They're not putting their guesses in.
Tell
Fine,
Scott,
make your prediction.
it's Glenn's turn.
Losers.
Oh, it's my turn.
Either me or you or Brian.
Yeah, where's Brian?
I'm thinking.
Give me a fucking break.
Wow.
Hey, what's
going,
what's Houston's average points scored per game?
Probably 25.7.
I don't think it's that high.
It's not that high.
23.6.
I don't even think it's that high.
Quiet. Weeday.
I'm going 27-24 Houston.
Ooh, he's going right on. He's jumping right on Jimmy's bandwagon. We're not giving out half points.
You're not even going to do prices right. You're not even going to do 28 or 20.
It was my pick before the show started. I'm not playing the. I'm going to change
you
my
go.
score after Jimmy goes game like he does.
Jimmy will change it on. They'll change it on Thursday.
He can change it.
All before Glenn did. So there you go.
That's fine. That's the score I was going to say before the show started. I'm sticking to it.
Well, we don't know that.
What do you think, John?
Connie says, "Oh, I got to move whatever this is out of the way so I can add it."
Have your shots.
No, that does not count.
You get
that
shots.
That is a
squared
random
now.
blank square. No one can see it. Connie says 21-28 Houston.
Wow.
To which Scott says, "Boo."
Man, we're not.
We got 3 Houstons.
I am gonna go. This one's tough.
What
Oh, I like that. I like that.
The ice cream truck just pulled up to somebody's house? What the
Yeah,
hell?
I'm looking around like, what?
Oh, there's a clock in the corner of my family room.
Holy shit! I thought it was.
I'm going the other way. I'm going 27-24 Brownies.
Wow.
Nice.
I like
Greg
that,
Joseph's going to have a big day.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, give me the Browns for 28. Give me Houston for 26.
Wow. 26?
26. How's that going to happen?
Jesus.
Fairbairn's going to kick a lot of field goals on my fantasy team. That's all I can tell you.
Or Fairbairn's going to miss one and miss an extra point.
You're predicting the game in hopes that you have a good fantasy day for your kicker?
That's it. That's all I want.
And his name's Fairbairn?
Yeah, I don't know what his
people like that.
I don't know what his first name
their
is.
Fantasy players to do better than their actual team. They're called assholes and losers.
I just picked. Wait a minute. Did you just pick the Browns to win or to lose?
Oh,
Jimmy.
I was kidding.
Oh, no. I call people assholes and then be an asshole.
Well, yes, you can.
Okay, Brian, would you rather have your fantasy team win than the Browns?
I don't play a whole team. I want one guy to kick 3 field goals. I'm not asking for the world.
All right. Just checking.
I'm glad he asked Brian that, not me.
Glenn would much rather have his fantasy team win.
Oh,
right,
my gosh.
Done. Next.
That's it. See you next week. That's 7:30.
There you go.
7:30.
By the way, Glenn, if you would rather have your fantasy team win than the Browns win.
First of all, I'm kidding.
We don't know. You had a very straight face on.
He did. He's a good actor.
No, watch the tape. Watch the tape. I was laughing when I said that.
Yep. All right. Try
You're
sense of humor.
gonna have to go back and watch the tape.
Hugh Jackson is a very good actor.
Did anyone see that? Anyone see that mashup that someone did about how many times Hugh Jackson said, "I'll have to go back and look at the tape"?
Oh, like 100.
It was 3.5. It was 2.5 seasons of I'm gonna have to go back and watch the tape, and they were different backdrops each time, and it was like 50 different iterations of I'm gonna have to watch the tape. I have to go back and watch the tape. Listen, guys, I got to go back and watch the tape, see what happens.
I want to see how many times the man said we've got to get better.
Oh,
I hope he's.
That's the one.
Right
That's
now.
the one that bothered me the most because we have to get better is the one I heard the most the last 2 years. I would say we have to get better. Yes,
got to get better.
That's the phrase. I agree.
Well, guess what, Hugh? We're finally better.
Right, we are going to be better.
well, this was fun, guys.
Fantastic.
Hopefully we will see you after another victory Monday.
Oh, yes, I'm going to the Panthers game. So,
are you still going?
Yeah. Yep. Still going.
All right.
Make a stop.
Gonna have that back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, dad, uncle, cousin, sister, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Oh, you're definitely not tailgating though.
No, we're gonna stop by. Not gonna stay there.
11. You stop by at 11 in the afternoon.
Probably noon.
You gonna walk in with us? Are you?
Oh boy.
Okay, 11:30.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the replay. Thanks for showing up. See you guys.
Peace.